Afternoon. Yeah, I thought we tried at a different time of day because normally we do it in the morning, but today we're going to do it in the midday just to see if people in the midday are watching more than people in the morning. Just curious to see if it's check it out. So now that we got that out the way, if you're watching, the reason is you probably haven't posted today, or you probably said you were going to post and you didn't post. You've been promising to post all week, but you didn't do it, and you've probably been beating yourself up about it. And I'm here to tell you, don't beat yourself up. What I'm actually here to tell you, here's why you're not posting. Because you don't want to. What do I mean? I mean that you really don't want to. You know, in your mind, right now, the last thing you're thinking about is posting. Why? Because if you're a business owner, you didn't get into business to become a social media person. You didn't get into business to post and go live and do all these other things. So when you start thinking about what you need to do or what's a priority to you, it's usually not posting. Number one. Number two, you more than likely don't know what to post, where to start, so it's frustrating. So now when you finally do bully yourself, you know, beat yourself up, psych yourself up, you don't even know what to write. So now I'm frustrated, or should I say, you're frustrated because you don't know what to write. You don't know what to say. You don't know who to talk to. You don't have a real perspective. You don't got a real idea because that's not what you do. So now you're sitting there. You're frustrated. So, well, let me see what's going on online. Well, let me see what's on my phone. Let me see what I can do to get this frustrated feeling off me. Why? Because people don't want to feel frustrated. People don't want to feel confused. People don't want to feel the feeling that they're feeling when they don't know how to do something. So now we got, hey, I don't want to do it at all. That ain't what I dream of. That ain't what I wanted to do. That ain't what I signed up for. Two, we got when I do try to do it, I feel frustrated because I don't really know where to start. I don't really know what to say. Now, number three is you probably tried it a few times and it didn't work. So now you got this failure feeling. So now I didn't want to do it in the first place. I finally made myself do it. Then I did it and it didn't work. So now I got the it don't even work feeling. Yeah. But in the back of your mind, you're like, well, if I just do it more. So then you do it more and it still don't work. Why? Because you didn't know what to say in the first place. That's not what you do. You make great stuff. You got great products. You got great services. You're a great coach. You're a great business owner. You're a great cook, baker, caterer, whatever you are. You great at that. And it is more than possible to be great at that and be bad at social media and be bad at posting and be bad at writing it and speaking it and talking about your business. Because again, when we think in our minds, we think about us. We think about our why. We think about our passion. What we don't think about is how that comes out and it gets converted to a customer. You know, anybody who's ever worked with me, worked under me, who's been taught by me, knows that one of the things I say all the time is your why has to be trumped by their because. Okay, what do I mean when I say their because? Okay, they bought your stuff because they needed a solution. They bought your stuff because they needed it today. They bought your stuff because it was going to solve a problem. They bought your stuff because. You know, so it's really not your why; it is their why. And if you can connect what you do to their because by saying things like, because you said you need it, because you said you want it, because you're in this particular situation, because you're going through this stage in your life, the right thing for you to do is this. Then what ends up happening is now they say, oh, there's a clue, there's a sign, there's a cue that says this person knows me, that this person gets me, this person understands me, and they can help me. But if you're never really getting your because, their because and your why to connect, you're gonna not get the result that you want. And if you don't get the result you want, who wants to keep doing that? Surely not you. Definitely not me. I mean, failure, we don't want to. We don't want to fail. We don't want to feel frustrated. We don't want to go through those things. We don't want that pain. And then, the fourth thing is posting takes you away from what you love. You know. So if you're a coach, you want to talk to people. So if I got to choose between talking to people or talking to this camera, I'd rather talk to people. Hell, me personally, I'd rather actually talk to a client for free or a client that owes me money and help them make some money so that they could pay me rather than shoot the videos. But why do I shoot the videos? Just in case you're wondering. Maybe you're not wondering, but if you are wondering, here's why I shoot the videos. Number one, because I know that it helps people. Number two, because I gave people my word that I would help them. There are people who watch these videos. Maybe it's not you up until now, but whoever it is, people actually watch this stuff and it really helps them. And what's bigger than my fear is my calling. I'm called to help people get where they're trying to go, which is to a place where they can make a living doing what they were called to do. That is what I promised God. That is what I promised myself. So even though I really rather be watching sports or surfing the internet or outside getting a walk, a jog, or a run in, what I'm doing instead is sitting in front of this camera trying to give you some understanding so that you can stop beating yourself up. So let's make it really easy for you to post. Okay. Here's how you do it. One, you look at what your real true purpose is. And if your real true purpose is to help people, then you keep your word to yourself and say, hey, I'm the type of person that keeps my word. I'm the type of person that helps people. I'm the type of person that doesn't leave someone behind. Two, talk about the problems. Okay. I was in one of the groups I belong to. Which one was I in? Oh man. Oh, it wasn't Space Age Marketing. What was it? I can't remember which group I was in. But I was in one of the groups that I'm in because I'm in a bunch of groups, and I occasionally just go through the groups and figure out what I can do to help. I'll jump in people's ads and I'll say, hey, maybe if you considered this, or I'll answer a question. So if you have questions, feel free to DM me. Feel free to leave them in the comments, and when I do the hour or two that I do a week of answering people's questions for free, I'll try to get to yours. But if you talk about people's problems, then people will then feel the truth. Prospecting, discounting, and or what feels like begging people to support your business. And the reason that's happening is because what you're saying isn't working, and the reason it's not working is because you're talking about you and you're using words like I, as opposed to saying, here's what you could benefit from. You know, here's what you could do if this is your situation. You know. So what you have to do is talk about the problem. Because how can you be known for helping someone with something that you never talk about? Okay. Here, we're talking about why you're not posting. Now, the reason I'm talking about why you're not posting is because I have clients who I'm constantly saying, hey, you got people who are waiting for you to say, hey, I can help you, and you're not saying it. You got people who are looking for someone like you, and you're not presenting yourself to be seen. You got people who would be willing to give you money if you just reached out to them and said, hey, I can help you. Because I know you want to lose weight in the next 90 days without having a surgery, without having to stick a needle in your side, without having to be in the gym all day, without having to walk thousands of miles. You'd really just like to lose it right there on your couch. Hey, guess what? If this is you, I can help you. Hey, I'm really sure that a lot of you people out there need in hand right now cash to fund your businesses, and your marketing's not working, and you're trying and relying on doing things that you hate doing, like posting, like marketing, like networking, like doing all that. You just really want to do your deliverable. You just want to bake cakes and make money doing it. So what we got to do for you is help your marketing work. How do we help your marketing work? By changing the words, by creating a better message, by creating messages that people actually want to look for. Now, if this is you, you're tuned right in. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Well, what are you going to do? How are you going to help me? But the same thing goes for you with your business. If you're a business owner and you need headshots so that you can look more presentable, Call Paul Kaiser. Why? Because Paul can help you and it's a reasonable price. So he's gonna make you look like $1,000,000, but he ain't gonna charge you $1,000,000. So if that's what you need, then the right thing to do is call Paul Kaiser. You know, a lot of people feel like they're being overcharged for headshots, and they really need that money to run their businesses. So if that's you, call Paul Kaiser. See, talk about the problem, then the solution. Like we said yesterday, and if you go back and you watch yesterday's video, you'll see I was talking about positioning yourself with having problem, then product or person, then promise. If you are someone who has marketing, but yet you're relying on networking, cold calling, discounting, prospecting, and what feels like begging people to support your business, the right thing for you to do is to go to grownandrich.com. There's a button there that says free messaging audit. I'll go through everything that you do and figure out exactly where you have opportunities to change, improve, and develop your marketing so that it does work, so that it does do what it's supposed to do, which is get you customers. Problem, product, go to grownandrich.com. That's me, person. That's me. And then promise that we'll get your marketing to do what it's supposed to do, which is get you customers. So that's how you fix it. So now it's not about you, it's about keeping your word. Now you don't have to figure out what to talk about, you just talk about the problems that your customers have. So if it's, I don't know what to say, I just told you what to say. Yeah. If it's, I don't really have the motivation, I'm giving you the motivation. Okay. The reason to move. You know, the reason to do this is because there's people who are waiting to give you money. There are people who need your help. The only thing they need to know is that you can help them. How do they know you can help them? By talking about the problem. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it until people get it. People are scanning, browsing, quote unquote, searching for solutions, opportunities, and advantages that fit them, that give them what they want. Not what you want. They're not searching for your product. They're searching for things that help them. Okay. And when they go to your website, in that header, that's that first thing they see. What they're looking for is cues, clues, and signs. Cues, clues, and signs that are obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying to them. And if you don't have that, they're going to leave. Because when was the last time that you gave somebody some money for something that couldn't help you? You know, I know people like to use the word support, but is support sustainable? Is support predictable? Can you get enough support to pay your bills, to be the head of your household, to go on vacation, to pay for people to do the parts of this that you don't like doing? I have tons of people who need me who can't afford me. That's just the God's honest truth. But the reason they can't afford me is because they need me. So for those people, I run these hands-on courses where I actually help them write the marketing so that they can get the customers that they need to have the business that they want, live the life that they want, and get paid doing what they were called to do. Again, problem, product, promise. You could do this too. It's easy. And this right here, you know, this is a multi-million-dollar messaging piece of game that you can use today. Literally, you could just play this back, get your pen, write it down. Matter of fact, get your pen and write it down. Problem, product, promise. And just go post, hey, if you're struggling with this, the right thing for you to do is this. And if you do this, this is what you'll get. So now you don't have to guess about what to write anymore. But it's Friday. The weekend's coming. How was your week? Do you know how your week was? Do you know what you need to do today, tomorrow, and Sunday to finish your week strong? Because we're at the midpoint. How much do you need? Do you know? Now, the reason I'm asking, do you know, is because, again, if you know what you need, maybe that lights a fire under you. Maybe that makes you actually take what I gave you and use it. You know, bills are due. Got to start running this heat. Got my mortgage and I got my rent for my location. So I got to do double. Here's something you can use to do the double that you need to use. That you need to use. You need to use this so it can get you what you want. But if you're still not sure, if you're still a little bit confused, you need some one-on-one, or you need somebody to write it for you, or at least help you write it, go to growingrich.com. Free messaging audit button. Again, that'll connect you with me. I'll look at everything, tell you where your opportunities are, tell you what needs to be done. Maybe you just need to reach out for the people you already got on your list with a better message than you've been sending them. Or maybe you got traffic and it's your website. You know, we need to WSO your website, which is website sales optimization. Or maybe we need to come up with a message that you can then transfer to your people, your employees, your partners, your clients, so that they can bring customers to you, so that you're not having to be over here trying to network, market, cold call, prospect, discount, and beg people to support your business. Because you're never going to do that. Because you don't want to do that. Because that's painful and it's hard and it's filled with rejection. And that's not something you can see yourself doing. So be honest about it. Like, I don't want to do that. So let's get the marketing fixed. So that the marketing does it for you. So that when you get people to go to your website, after paying that influencer to show your stuff, and they go to your website, that they actually see what they're looking for, which is cues, clues, and signs, that you know them and what they're going through, and you can help them. You know, so when you get that influencer and they send people to your restaurant, you know, that you actually can then leverage those customers to bring you more customers by using evangelical Salesforce. Because the reason people aren't telling more people about you is because they're confused about what to say. They're confused about what you do. You know, anybody that knows me will tell you, hey, Sedan is very simple. If you mess up the words, you mess up your money. Sedan helps you get the right words that you need to help somebody choose you over somebody like you who's most likely cheaper. Because if you fix the words, then you immediately fix the money. So if you're having money problems, hey, call me and we'll fix the messaging. Because right now, it's not your product. It's not your skill set. It's not you. It's that what you're saying is confusing. And just like when you sat down and you didn't know what to say, and you wrote something that didn't feel good and it didn't work and you didn't want to do it anymore, that's how people feel when they look at your website. That's how people feel when they look at your marketing. That's how people feel when they look at your stuff. They're confused. Like, how does this help me? And if you're using words like I, my, me, we, the customer doesn't see themselves. Again, the customer is looking for cues, clues, and signs that are obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying to them. They need you to show that you understand them and you can help them. And if you don't check off the boxes, they ain't going to spend no money with you. Again, when was the last time you gave money to somebody that didn't offer you something in return that you wanted? You bought those shoes because you thought you looked cute in them shoes and it was going to get you some hollow. You didn't buy them shoes because you like Jimmy Choo or that you like Louboutin. You bought them because it was going to do something for you that was worth more than that money. And your customers feel the same way. So, on that note, it's your business, Big Bro. Sit down long. It's Friday. I love you again. If you have marketing, but you still out here cold calling, prospecting, discounting, trying to get customers, it's because what you're saying in your marketing isn't working. And if we fix what you're saying, we'll fix what you get. And you can get more of whatever it is that you need so that you can then live the life that you want, doing the thing that you were called to do. So go over to growingrich.com right now, man. Have a great weekend. I love you and I'm out.